In this installment, we're going to be going over the NFL bets for Week 6, the late games. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for our Week 6 late games we got going on in this particular video here. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetch, that's D. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 8.48 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience as well. All right. Now, for that Patreon, we had a pretty solid Friday. 3 out of 4 on selections there. It was a mix of everything. So one college play, Arizona State, that came through. One NBA play, plus 3.5 for the Detroit Pistons, that came through. And we had the big play, the MLB, Los Angeles Dodgers, to go on to the NLCS here. So very 3 solid picks here. Very good win there for the Dodgers to move on to go up against the New York Mets. All right, now if you want winning bets, remember that link is down below in the description. You sign up right now, you're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you can take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. First game up for the 4 o'clock slate here. LA Chargers 2-2 going up against the Denver Broncos 3-2 in Empower Field in Mile High. Looking at the current odds here, we have the Chargers road favorites minus 155 on the money line, with the comeback of the Denver Broncos at a plus 130. Point spread set at 3. Total points set at 35.5. All right. For the public bet percentage here, the Chargers, 63% of the bets coming in for the Chargers, but the sharps are all over Denver as home dogs. 72% of the money coming in on the Broncos at home. For the point spread, 62% of the bets, 53% of the money on the side of the Denver Broncos to cover this spread as well at the plus 3. So sharps and a little bit of the public, a majority of the public on the side of the underdog team here in the Broncos. Total points, 85% of the bets, 73% of the money towards the over 35.5. Very low total here. That one's going to be really interesting because the way these two teams play. All right, so for the injury report right now, Week 6, Chargers, questionable on Joey Bosa. He's most likely going to play. He did get a limited in on Friday. No Gus Edwards. So there's going to be the Kamani Vidal has been called up. Obviously, he was on the practice squad. He's going to be moved up to the number 2 running back, and they'll have the nice little 1-2 punch here for the LA Chargers. We have a Q tag on Christian Fulton, Q tag on Dion Leonard, Q tag on Nick Neiman, Q tag on Rashawn Slater. All right, the guys that are going to be out for the Chargers, Asante Samuel and Jasir Taylor. All right, so 2 cornerbacks are going to be out for the Chargers, but this defense is pretty strong here with Derwin James looking like he's going to play as well. All right, so not that much in the injury report here for the Chargers. Looking at the Denver Broncos, we got major outs here on the offensive line. Okay, Alex Palzetsky and Luke Wattenberg at center. Tackle and center is going to be out for the Denver Broncos to try to protect Bo Nix. Okay, so those are going to be 2 major outs there. Josh Reynolds, journeyman wide receiver, that's not much of a care. This is going to be a very defensive and running game that we're going to see here. So defense and run. All right. You're going to see J.K. Dobbins. You're going to see smash mouth football here for the Chargers coming back from their bye. They needed to get their offensive line healthy. Denver Broncos have been a little bit hot here. You could say even a little bit lucky, but solid win against Tampa Bay. They rolled that over to the Jets, where somehow there was absolutely no offense in that game. They got that win. And then against the Las Vegas Raiders, they were able to put some points up on the board and limit Minshew 34-18. 3 wins in a row here. And now you got the Chargers, 2 straight losses against Pittsburgh and the Kansas City Chiefs. They had their bye, and now they're back. Obviously, they've been focused on this game against Denver for 2 weeks. This is an in-division matchup, and I think it's just going to be too much, all right? So I think they got this line correct with the Chargers as road favorites, and we're going to be riding with the Chargers here. I think they have the better defense. Well, just as good of defense. The Broncos defense has been playing phenomenal, but the key ingredient in this game is going to be the run game. J.K. Dobbins and Kamani Vidal, the smash mouth of football that Harbaugh is going to instill in this game is just going to be too much for the Denver Broncos. All right, if this was a passing team, then obviously they'd have a shot. But this is going to be run on first down, run on second down, and most likely run on third down as well, and try to catch you off guard with some play action. So Chargers on the money line, Chargers -3, and for the total, I will lean towards the under 35.5. In Allegiant Stadium here, we have the Las Vegas Raiders 2-3 going against the Pittsburgh Steelers 3-2. Looking at the current odds of here, we have the Steelers as road favorites -165 on the money line, with the comeback of the Raiders at a +140. Point spread set at 3. Total points set at 36.5. All right, public bet percentage. This is kind of disrespectful. This is a little bit disrespectful here. This is heavy. This is so public. It's ridiculous right now. All right, money line. 88% of the bets, 91% of the money. All over the Steelers. Point spread, 77% of the bets, 82% of the money, all over the Steelers to cover the 3. And then the total points, 88% of the bets towards the over, 57% of the money towards the over, 36.5. So sharps are looking at the under in this game here, which is understandable. Aiden O'Connell will be the starting quarterback for the Raiders in this game here. All right, we'll dig into these odds very, very soon. Look at this injury report, and this is where it becomes a little bit of a question mark. All right, Raiders side of the football, just a couple Q tags. They're going to be missing Michael Mayer, the backup tight end. That really doesn't matter because they got Brock Bowers. All right, Brock Bowers has been pretty much the best rookie tight end we've seen in a while, and he's been very, very impressive. And almost he's like a top 3. And in fantasy points with all other tight ends in the league so far right now. Looking at the Steelers injury report here, Damontae Kazee, safety, veteran safety, he's going to be out. Nick Herbig, he's going to be out. That's a defensive end. He's an outside linebacker. Alex Smith, outside linebacker, pass rusher. He's going to be out. So no Nick Herbig, no Alex Smith. Both of those two major guys to get to the quarterback are going to be out. Obviously, they still got their boy and Watt, but losing his running mates and Nick Herbig and Alex Highsmith are big outs. Okay, Cordarrelle Patterson, he's going to be out. Michael Pruitt, tight end, he's going to be out. They do get Jaylen Warren back, so at least his run game could get going because Najee Harris was absolutely embarrassing last week. All right, so they got a little bit of a shot here with Jaylen Warren. All right, now looking at these odds, we full fade these road favorites, road public favorites. At this is getting crazy with the Raiders as this type of underdog here being totally disrespected. It's almost 100% that just they see the Steelers. Oh, Steelers, Raiders suck. I would like you to second guess that one, okay? We have Justin Fields here in a situation that he has not been looking pretty impressive here in the past 2 games against the Colts, which was a very winnable game, against Dallas. That was a very winnable game. Came up short. You have Russell Wilson ready and waiting. All right, it is very likely that they could be switching quarterbacks very soon. If they lose this game, they most likely will go to Russell Wilson the next week. All right. Now, the thing with the Raiders are they win when you least expect it. And They have a handle on the AFC North for some reason. Look at their schedule. They beat the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, 26-23. And guess who else they beat? The Cleveland Browns, another AFC North team, 20-16. It'll be very, very interesting to see if they can go 3 in a row against the AFC North and get this win here against the Pittsburgh Steelers that are dealing with a lot of injuries. They got question mark at quarterback. Obviously, the Raiders have their question mark at quarterback, but I believe Aiden O'Connell, we've seen him in very impressive games last year. He's taking the reins over Minshew Magic. This always happens. It always lasts like 2 or 3 weeks, 4, maybe 5, and then you get to the real bread and butter, the real quarterback. All right, so I think Aiden O'Connell has the handle on this quarterback position for the rest of the season here, and they're going to fully see him out. Okay, so give me all the value is on the Raiders here, clearly. So we're going to take the point spread. Raiders +3. Big home underdogs here. Raiders +3 for the over-under. Give me the over 36.5 total points in this particular game here. I'm not falling for this trap. Give me the Raiders and the points. In AT&T Stadium here, Dallas Cowboys 3-2, Detroit Lions 3-1. Looking at the current odds here, we have another road favorite, Lions -165 on the money line. Comeback of the Cowboys at +140. Point spread set at 3. And then the total point set at 52.5. So we have a very large total in this game here between the Lions and the Cowboys. Full game public bet percentage here, 75% of the bet, 74% of the money on the side of the Detroit Lions. For the point spread, 61% of the bets, 52% of the money on the Lions to cover the 3 as well. And for the total points here, 70% of the bet, 76% of the money towards the over 52.5. And looking at this game here, looking at the injury report, it's granted the way that the Lions have been playing and the issues that the Cowboys are dealing with are going to be very concerning. All right, Christian Mahogany, he's already on the reserve. He's going to be out. Everyone else is going to be fine for the Detroit Lions. It's the Cowboys we got to worry about. A ton of guys are going to be out here. Eric Kendricks, middle linebacker, he's going to be out. Micah Parsons is out for the Cowboys. Major loss there as well. We have a couple Q tags on the cornerbacks. Deron Bland, all right, he had full practice, but DNP on Friday. So that's a concern there. Definitely stay towards the injury report if he is going to be able to play. Because that could be very crucial if they're going to miss their number 2, maybe even number 1 best quarterback here, Deron Bland. He's played phenomenal this season. Obviously, Trevon Diggs, more of a turnover guy. Obviously, solid corner, but he's definitely he's a ball hawk looking for those turnovers. All right, he's going to be fine. But if Deron Bland is going to be out, that's going to be a benefit there for Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and the likes that they have at the receiver position for the Detroit Lions. All right, now looking at this game here, I'm going to go with the public here. I agree with them 100%. The way the Lions have been playing dominant football here, dominating the Seattle Seahawks. Solid win against Arizona. They were shocked by Tampa Bay. But this spot here, going up against a Dallas Cowboys team that are going to be without Micah Parsons. If you can't get to Jared Goff is already going to be playing in the dome in Dallas. If he's going to be calm, cool, and collected in that backfield with no pressure from Micah Parsons, their best pass rusher, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, then that's going to not bode well. Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery in the running game, all the weapons that they have receiving the football as well. I think it's just too much here. Dallas Cowboys were able to get this 2-game winning streak under their belt against the Giants and Pittsburgh Steelers. Very granted there. And it's a little bit of a short week for the Cowboys, all right? Playing on Monday, turning back around, playing on Sunday here. I like the Detroit Lions in this game here. And the Detroit Lions had 14 days off essentially. All right, getting ready for the Dallas Cowboys, very well rested. This is a spot that you want to take the favorite here. So give me the Lions on the money line. Lions -3, and definitely I'll be going towards the over 52.5 points. in Bank of American Stadium here. Carolina Panthers 1-4, Atlanta Falcons 3-2. Looking at the current odds for this one, Falcons road favorites, another road favorite yet again, -275. Falcons on with the comeback Panthers at a +220. Point spread set at 6. Total points set at 47. All right, so this is an in-division matchup here between the Falcons and the Panthers. Public bet percentage, 93% of the bets, 97% of the money all over the Falcons. For the point spread, 84% of the money, 84% of the bets, 90% of the money on the Atlanta Falcons to cover the 6. And for the total points, 71% of the bets, 76% of the money towards the over 47. All right. Looking at the injury report here, the Falcons not dealing with much in the injury department. Troy Anderson, he missed last game. He's going to miss this one as well with the knee injury. He was a big impact player two games ago. Everyone else is fine for the Falcons. Carolina Panthers are dealing with some issues. Austin Corbett, he's already on the IR, but they still list him. He's out. Josie Jewell, linebacker, he's out. Taylor Moton, tackle, he's out. Andrew Rom, center, he's out. Tommy Tremble, tight end, he's out. Jadeveon Clowney's doubtful. And that is about it. So we got some line issues here for the Carolina Panthers and some linebacker issues here for the Carolina Panthers as well. Definitely watch out for that. That's going to be a cause of concern for the Panthers going up against the Falcons, but this is in division matchup. All right, you got to understand that these two teams are going to be on a whole nother level of motivation. They understand each other, and plus, if we're looking at the past two matchups in Carolina for the Falcons, all right, Falcons and Carolina, the last two games, as you can see, the Carolina Panthers won in December. And another game in Carolina, they won in November. So the last two home games for the Panthers, they have handled their rival here in the Atlanta Falcons. So it's going to be very interesting to see, especially where we got all this public and sharps all over the Falcons here in this one spot. And when it comes to in-division games, it's never a layup. And I tend to lean towards the underdog with the points. All right. If we can get the Panthers getting this passing game going, Chuba Hubbard, then definitely that's going to be their avenue, especially getting the ball to Deontay Johnson as well. All right. Falcons, they can take advantage of the Panthers with the run game. Bijan Robinson is going to have to be huge in this one as well. So for the best value on the board, just straight up value, Panthers +6. We got history on our side with the Panthers handling the Falcons the past two times. I get it. The Falcons have looked good the last 2 weeks against Tampa Bay and against the New Orleans Saints. But both of those games were close. They could have easily lost both of those games there. They could easily lost the games against Philly as well. This team, somehow they're pulling out these wins, all right? Now we're talking about a third in-division game in a row. They face New Orleans, they face Tampa, and now the Panthers. Could this be a letdown spot? Panthers had 2 games losing streak here against the Bengals and the Chicago Bears. This is a spot where you take the points, all right? So Panthers +6. And for the total, give me the under on the 47, all right? Last but not least here, we're going to be in MetLife Stadium. New York Giants 2-3, Cincinnati Bengals 1-4 in this one here. Bengals, road favorites. This is the story of week 6. Road favorites, all right? Which ones are going to come through? Not all of them are going to come through. Some are very good spots here. This happens to be a particular one that is a good one. All right, so Bengals -190, Giants with a comeback +155 on the money line for them. Point spread set at 3.5. Total points set at 47. All right. Public bet percentage here, 90% of the bets, 81% of the money all over the Bengals. For the point spread, 83% of the bets, 89% of the money all over the Bengals to cover that 3.5 as well. And for the total points, 69% of the bets, 62% of the money towards the over 47. Interesting matchup here between Joe Burrow and Daniel Jones. Looking at the injury report, the Giants will be without Malik Neighbors yet again. He's in concussion protocol. That's 2 weeks in a row he's going to be out. So there's going to be Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Theo Johnson are going to have to be the guys to step up here Um, not newly, but new to the injury report here, Kayvon Thibodeau. He's going to be out. So one of their better pass rushers for the New York Giants is going to be out. They still have Brian Burns. They still have Dexter Lawrence here, their leader on the defense. So Kayvon Thibodeau, losing him, obviously that hurts. Having that 1-2-3 punch. Now it's just a 1-2 punch here between Lawrence and Burns on that D line. That's going to help Joe Burrow have some time in the pocket to get it to T. Higgins, to get it to obviously Jamar Chase and their tight ends as well. All right, for the Bengals, the only guy that's going to be out for this game is going to be DJ Ivy with a knee issue. Everyone else is going to be fine. Chase Brown's going to play. Mike Hilton's going to be back. So those are going to be some positive notes there. You get Armarius Mims back out at tackle as well for Joe Burrow to protect his blind side. Looking at this here, looking at the last few games, Giants played very well against Seattle. They dominated that whole game from beginning to end. Just one issue with that fumble earlier in the game. But other than that, they played phenomenal. Bengals, all right, started this year pretty rough. 3-game losing streak, beat the Panthers, and in a heartbreaking loss against the Baltimore Ravens. I see them as very motivated in this spot here. If we're losing one of the pass rushers here, obviously the Giants defense, they don't have a corner that can stop Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is Malik Neighbors-esque, all right? Or Malik Neighbors is trying to beat Jamar Chase. That's how you have it there. They don't have a corner that can stop him. Deonte Banks has been playing phenomenal. That's going to be the issue here. Can the Giants secondary hold down Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase? And if that doesn't work, you still got to worry about the explosive running back here and the 1-2 punch that they have in Chase Brown and Zach Moss. All right, so I think it's going to be too much offense here for the Bengals. Giants are going to be playing catch-up. I do foresee them putting up points on the board as well, so I love the over of 47 in this one. So, but other than that, we're going to go with a full sweep of the Bengals. All right, Bengals on the money line, Bengals -3.5, and give me the over on the total of 47 points. I expect a high-scoring affair with the Bengals comfortably winning this one in the end. All right, so those are going to be our selections for the late games of week 6. Let me know in that comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We can definitely debate about that in the comment section. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon and get winning plays, remember, it's in the description section. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon. Peace out.